Okay, let's get started. I want to thank you for joining us. This is our first WSI introduction, so it's great to meet you. My name is Scott Sanderson, and I'm the founder of Shoptoit. So what is Shoptoit? What are we doing here? How does this product work? How can you use it to scale your business? That's what we're going to go through today, and then any Q&A at the end. So Shoptoit is a software development company focused on leveraging technologies to create products to help our partners cater to the needs of smaller businesses. So we're very focused on creating tools that make it scalable and profitable for our partners, largely digital marketing agencies, to be able to approach, work with, and fulfill with small businesses with relatively no work at all. So it can be a very lucrative, highly scalable, recurring profit stream. We have two products. We have Chatbot Builder, which builds AI-based conversational chatbots used on websites, used for conversion, used for HR and admin, as well as training. And today we're talking about our Ads Builder product, which is a fully automated Google Ads solution on AI. So you can manage ads all from one place. You can manage as many accounts as you want. It's automated campaign management, secure budgets. The budget gets stripped in on a daily basis so that they're getting consistent traffic to their website and customers. There's no minimum budget, so we have many campaigns that start at, say, $200, $150. It's just far less expensive and easier to run and more reliable than SEO strategies, which are getting harder and harder to fulfill these days. It's got a very low cost per click relative to the industry, so we're about 60% cheaper than the typical ad campaign in terms of clicks, which of course means that smaller budgets get more traffic. And it's virtually instant and measurable results and high ROIs. Now, Ads Builder starts at $29 per month per customer, and you can run unlimited local search and or display campaigns for that customer for the $29 a month. There's no Google Ads account required on your behalf. It's very, very simple and quick to get started. As you continue to onboard more clients, our price goes down per client, but increases. So for example, 10 clients is $183 a month. So roughly $18 to run a customer's campaigns. So very, very cost effective. We are currently in the WSI e-marketplace. We're one of the featured suppliers. You can see us when you log in, or you can simply search for Google Ads or Shoptoit or Ads Builder, and you're going to find our listing there. From there, you can create a free account in Shoptoit. We don't ask for credit cards or anything. And once you've created a free account, oh, by the way, you need to enter your RR number into our form for WSI. So hopefully you know what that is, because I don't. Very simple and quick to create an account. So what are we trying to do? Well, there are over 400 million small businesses out there today, over 33 million in the US. And this is perhaps the biggest opportunity for profit and recurring revenue streams for digital marketing consultants that there ever is. It's always been a problem for small businesses to survive in today's complicated world. What's a tariff? Where's inflation? What's my pricing look like? How do I have to get new staff? How do I train them? This is a tough job, but there's millions of them, and they are the backbone of most economies. So you can feel really good about helping them because they really need help. Their biggest problem for a small business is how to find and retain new customers, focusing on the find. We don't help them with the retention, but we do help them get found. And it is complicated for them. It used to be easier. They used to be able to, put a Yellow Pages ad in the Yellow Pages once a year. It was expensive, but it was effective, and their marketing was done. Or call a radio station who would make an ad, again, expensive, but they didn't have to do any work. Well, in today's world, the consumer and the buying journey is on the internet, and they look at the internet like this. What should I be doing? It's very confusing. What are all the options? And that's why they use digital marketing consultants, because it's complicated and it requires specific skills and knowledge to do something properly. But out of all the noise, the absolute center of the board is Google. Not only is it the biggest, but Google search is used by virtually everybody. Google display ads are seen by everybody. There's over 35 million websites, apps, and properties in the Google display network, so it's everywhere. Unlike Facebook, it reaches 98%, I believe, of the addressable market in North America in the Google Display Network, where, for example, Facebook is 51% on really tight geo-targeted campaigns. It's not enough reach to fulfill properly. So small businesses do not have a solution for Google Ads, both in search and or display. And now you can be that solution with our tool, Shoptoit Ads Builder, which makes it very simple to do it. Why does small business need to be in Google Ads? Because of the return on investment. The return on ad spend is typically 2 to 25 times return on ad spend. And that's why Google Search is the single biggest advertising platform the world has ever seen. But it's hard. It's pick keywords, pick negative words, pick keyword combinations. Am I using exact match or phrase match? And what am I doing? And it is very complicated. So they really can't do it themselves. And frankly, if you're doing it manually for a customer, you can't really do it at scale for smaller business because it's just too much work. And so as a result, we don't cater to small business typically as digital marketing consultants, but they need help. You can't really use the Google tools like Performance Max because they're just not accountable to the clicks. And that means you don't get a big enough return on investment because Google doesn't set prices. They don't pull you out of the auction if they start to get too expensive. It just bids. And so on smaller budget campaigns, you can see virtually no returns if you try to use Google's tools to run the campaigns themselves. So it's not really an option. And so consequently, agencies haven't had a way to work with smaller business just because of the workload and the inability to scale. But now with Shoptoit's Ads Builder, it's fully automated, literally everything. And you're going to see that as we go through a walkthrough. So you can, with confidence, go get 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 small businesses paying you a monthly retainer, and you can be running ads for them without doing literally any work. We have been in the Vendasta marketplace. Some of you may have heard of them. We work with more than 3,000 digital marketing consultants right now. Some of them are solopreneurs. They have 2 or 3 accounts. Some of them are ex-Yellow Pages type companies. They have 100 to 150 accounts that they run concurrently with us. And we've been doing that for the last 5 years with Vendasta. What's changed is, of course, the advent of AI and the commercialization of these large language models, and the ability to build applications leveraging some of the compute power in them has allowed us to connect Google Ads to our engine and have AI do the heavy lifting in between. So it's changed the game. Again, very easy to get an account, simply fill in the form, create your account, and you're off to the races. So what does it look like in the back end? Well, you can manage multiple accounts in the back end. So you just click on Manage Accounts, you add a customer. From that, you can add chatbot builders or chatbots to that customer and ad campaigns, again, search and or display, and off you go. So it's very simple to add an account. You can switch between accounts. You will be granted a parent account that you can add children to. You can control some of the settings for the children. What can they see and not see? You can white label the back end so that it's your brand in there, not ours. And then to add a search campaign, literally click the blue button that says add a search campaign, answer 5 questions. What's the website you want us to use for the source material to create the campaign from? So this would be their website, which will crawl and extract the keywords and or creatives from it. What is the target area? So zip code, postal code, radius, city, county, town, all of those things are options. Is there any areas you want us to exclude from targeting? And you're off to the races. So the campaign gets submitted to the AI tool, and then you need to set up who you want to bill. So you have total billing flexibility. Are you going to mark up the ads, in which case you're going to pay for them with Google directly? We don't touch any of the ad spend. Or is it going to be on the customer's credit card so you can decide who is paying for this customer's campaigns? Very simple to do. Simply tell us the email address for the billing person. We notify Google, who will engage with them directly to set up a billing profile, is what it's called. Google will ping their card for $20 and then take little bits out every usually 2 weeks or so to keep that campaign up and running. And then boom, you're live. You start to see traffic right away. You can, in the dashboard, see, the impressions, the clicks, the cost, the average cost per click. This one's display, so it has the average cost per 1,000 impressions. You can turn that off if you want for your customers, so they don't see the cost per click if you're marking up the ads. And so they would just see that something is happening, the impression and the clicks. And then we added the impression share in there, so you can see and share with your customer, hey, we're delivering quality traffic to you at $1.20 per click. You've had 40 clicks so far this month. That was in a 7-day cycle for a small campaign, but you're only eligible for being seen 10% of the time. So your impression share is 10% of the time, which means 90% of the time you're not being shown. That becomes a great upgrade path to increase the ad spend if they are interested in doing that. There are, of course, advanced settings. You can optionally use them. The most common advanced setting is to add an ad extension that activates the local search ads, which are what you see in maps. So promoted pins and 3-pack listing, the local stack, and in Google Maps itself. So all you need to do is include the email address of who is the authorized email for the customer's Google business profile, and it automatically extends to maps. So very, very simple to do. Just click on Google business profile, give us the email address, and Google looks after the rest. So again, very simple. Set your desired monthly spend or daily spend. Pick whether you're doing search or display or both ad campaigns. Establish your payment profile. Answer the 4 simple questions, and AI takes over and you're off to the races. So again, we need a destination URL. We need the target area. We need the website domain that you want us to use to crawl to have the AI extract and create the creatives. And if there's any specific goals, like a particular product or thing you want to promote, you can share with us, and we'll be sure to make sure that we have that included. And then literally it crawls the website. It creates very long tail keyword campaigns. We only use exact match, and we only do it on the Google search, not on the search network. So it only shows up on Google search on desktop, mobile, and tablets. So our system will formulate the keyword list. You can optionally add keywords in the campaign settings if you choose to. One of the things the AI is not capable of doing today is selecting competitors. So if you're interested in buying competitors' keywords, you simply put their names of their business in, and we will include it in the ad spend. We'll also include negative keywords, but you can add negatives as well if you want. The idea is you don't have to. The AI will do all of that. The AI creates ads. It will create 15 different headlines, 4 descriptions, and it will use them dynamically in what's called responsive search results. So you're done. If it's display, you simply upload the logo of the client. You can optionally put in headlines or things that you want us to focus on, like the ad name and the call to action, and we create the ads. You could optionally do what's called day parting or scheduling. So I want to turn this ad on Monday at noon and turn it off at 2:00 because it's for a lunch special at a restaurant or something like that. You can target certain demographics. You can target genders. You can target household income and parental status. So it's very, very simple and easy, but you don't need to look after any of that. We sort of find if someone's in market looking for something, then they're a potential customer, and that client of yours wants to see them. Again, the AI will create dynamic ads. We always put eyes on these before we give the campaigns to you. So it usually takes 1 or 2 days, and you can just turn the campaign on and you're off to the races. The whole process from the time Google approves it to the payment profile being created to the ad copy being created, and you're up. You're driving traffic every day to your small business client. So very, very, very simple. And this allows you to grow at scale. We really believe that there's an awful lot of small businesses that nobody is approaching because the cost to try to deal with them. And if you can set it up properly and establish the right relationship and expectations, outsource this to us. We're going to reach back with you every 90 days or something and have a review. In the meantime, you can log into your dashboards yourself and see what's going on, but you really want them to be paying attention to the increase in sales for their business, not so much conversions and clicks. That doesn't mean anything to them. What they want to know is, are they making money? Are they investing money and making more than they're investing? And we can deliver that, and that gives you a customer for life. So again, all in one place, easy automated campaign management, secure budget management. There's no minimum budgets, much lower CPC, cost per clicks, in both search and display, which gives you more visitors, which gives you a higher return on ad spend. And it's instant, measurable results, high ROIs. So in the past, as an agency, we didn't approach these guys with Google Ads because it was too complicated and too time consuming, and there was limited profit opportunities for the agency, and it wasn't scalable. It took too much time. And there was always this concern on smaller budgets, can I get any ROI at all using the Google tools? And the answer, of course, is no. But with Shoptoit's ads builder, you get immediate results. It's got an unbelievable reach and targeting. These are in-market buyers. It's highly cost effective. It delivers online and local traffic, and it's scalable. Like, you can do many multiple clients concurrently and literally not lift a finger. So we think of it as more like SEO. I mean, what is SEO? Well, it's optimizing for a search engine. And in today's world, with Gemini taking over the top or the right rail, then ads, of course, which gets all the good real estate because that's how they monetize. Then you have the local pack, which is maps, also ads in the local pack. Then you have FAQs and answers. And then somewhere way down below, you get organic rankings. And they're buried intentionally by Google. I mean, Google needs those organic rankings in order to create the content, but it monetizes on its own services and it monetizes on ads. So by creating a commercial account for a business, you actually increase the overall awareness and identity specifically to Google of that business, helps, lifetime for that customer. So SEO is still a thing. Big fans of backlinks and off-page SEO, which is just plug in Yext, plug in Bird Eye, plug in Reach Local. There's all kinds of them. And that gets looked after automatically. Again, no work on your end. Reputation software tools, also, highly translatable to higher organic rankings. But really, we think SEO and SEM is just optimizing for what the search engines want. And what they want is a great user experience and money. So give them some money. In fact, in many categories, you can't get a customer ranked in that first page of a SERP or a search engine results page because it's just too competitive. You're competing with franchises, you're competing with huge buyers. You can always get into ads with them. There's all kinds of room to buy ads. We have seen Google unable to fulfill an ad campaign to date, but in SEO, it's really hard to get ahead of many of these brands and franchises that are out there doing it and have unlimited budgets that they split between all these locations. So literally, if you think about Google Ads and you're thinking every small business loves SEO, literally buying them ads, every $100 puts that customer's business on the front page in the top section about 30,000 times. So it's about 0.3 of a cent per first page listing. It's live right away and it works every single time. Like, it's a virtual guarantee that they're going to get there. So is it, are these separate things or are they the same thing? You'd be hard to find a SEO tool of any kind that is $29 a month and no work. But when you combine them, they're just better together. So we have the most success with our existing partners when they bundle these solutions together as they're approaching smaller businesses, because it's just about, they want customers. They want to know that they're getting a return on spend. Can you look after and be the outsourced service provider for these things they know they're not taking advantage of or doing very well? We all know about search. It's the right people, the right place, the right time. I think they call that the marketing or advertising holy grail. You don't only pay per clicks, so it's free branding and awareness. And the ROIs are just much better than in most other platforms. We really encourage that you do add the ad extension to get it into local ads or maps. I mean, now consumers, we're using the Google Maps app. Over 200 million monthly users that are using this now to do their searches for local businesses. And you can, right now in that local stack, the organic is proximity based. When you run an ad campaign, you're eligible for those promoted pins and those ads in whatever your target area is. So you can jump the queue and get to the top of a Google search listings page just by extending that to local ads. So we really encourage it. Cost per click, everyone asks. We will be sending this video out, and we'll have all kinds of material that we'll be putting into your Workvivo area. But the average cost per click on Google Ads last year, 2024, was $4.66, and it's on the rise. Our average cost per click across all categories was $1.80. So we're about 60% less expensive per click than the industry. And if they're trying to run Google Ads themselves with Performance Max or something, we're going to be light years less expensive per click. So each category is slightly different. Each market is slightly different, but that's what you can expect from our tool. On the display, one category that we see a lot of traction in, not a lot of competition from digital marketing consultants, but they need help. And that's restaurants, your small locally owned restaurant. They've all moved to event marketing, half price wine, wing Wednesday, taco Tuesday, et cetera, et cetera. They have brunch specials. They have all kinds of things like that. This is every restaurant on the planet, but they don't have a way to promote it. You either know about that restaurant and you know about their wing Wednesday nights, or you don't. So how do they expand their clientele and drive people into their place of business, not just in a DoorDash order? And you do that by running display campaigns to a highly targeted audience. So this is an example of a restaurant that wanted to drive traffic to Taco Tuesday. They turned this campaign on at 4:00 in the afternoon. They shut it down at 7:00. It only ran on Tuesdays. They spend $5, literally $5, to reach roughly 5,000 people in a targeted area. This was a Canadian campaign. It was 20 kilometers from the business location, so 12 miles. And they got an astounding $260 return on ad spend for every dollar they spent. The agency went into them with our guidance and said, listen, calculate what your run rate was for the last 4 Taco Tuesdays. Keep that in mind. Let's see on Wednesday how we did in the till on Tuesday. And according to the proprietor, they had increased their sales from their run rate by $1,300 by spending $5. That's every restaurant. That's every day of the week that this is possible. So we see campaigns that look like I want to run lunch specials every day, spend $10 a day, turn them on at 10 a.m., turn them off at 1 p.m., but only target people within 1 mile or 2 miles of my deli counter because people are walking from work, that kind of stuff. Half price wine, wing Wednesday, taco Tuesdays. We see all of these things and they just return like crazy and they're very simple to sell. Any restaurateur, what are your 3 slowest days? If you could drive more customers into 3 things in your place of business, what would they be? Okay, we're going to run ad campaigns around that. Here's your monthly budget. It's $200 a month, $300 a month, whatever the case is. Break it up into 3 simple campaigns. Again, we only charge for the customer, not the campaign. And you're off to the races, driving traffic every day for them. We're a high touch company. So we have a weekly office hours where you can jump in and ask questions and we'll have something prepared for you, whether it's a new product or a new feature, how to sell to small business, success stories, case studies, all that kind of stuff. We also have a weekly onboarding session. So you can jump into any of our weekly onboarding sessions when you're starting to do your first campaigns and work directly with our support people. You can book a support person for a one-on-one anytime. We don't charge for that ever. We have all these resources. We have an AI-based chatbot in our merchant interface dashboard that can answer commonly asked questions. We have many video tutorials, how-tos. There's in-app help bubbles. There's our Facebook community, which we're just getting off the ground, where we want to make a place where agencies can share that we will moderate and weigh in on, but it would be for the agencies, not for Shoptoit necessarily. And then we have a customer service help desk. This is your ticketing system. So we keep everything pretty tight when it comes to customer service. Again, just to recap, give us the destination URL, give us the website URL, tell us the target area, the daily budget. You're good to go. You have a Google Ads campaign for a customer that's reporting and delivering high quality traffic to them. So we really believe that we're in a position to help you scale your business by going after an audience that people commonly do not go after. the local small business that you want to feel good about helping. If you can deliver results to them, they'll be your customer for life, and it becomes a massive springboard into future endeavors. We call it land and expand. You start by giving them traffic, keeping the budget low. You're going to get their content business. You're going to get their website upgrades going forward. And who knows what else the future is going to hold where they're going to need help. One of the things, and so we find that something like a $500 bundle where you allocate $200 to ads. Maybe I see in your marketplace, you have Bird Eye, that's reputation and listings. That's $120. Our ads builder software, most expensive, would be $29 a month. And that leaves you with $150 per customer per month in profit without doing much of the work. In our case, it's about a 10-minute setup, and then you're off to the races, you're done. So this can be something that can be a really great profit stream for you. And we really encourage you to, consider it. Consider broadening out your base by going after slightly smaller customers who are desperate for help. They all have money. They just don't have a lot. They don't need consulting yet. They don't think. They just need to solve their biggest problem, which is, where is my next new customer coming from? And we believe firmly that it's digital. And we believe that Google plays the biggest and most important role in the center of the board with that. One other product that you're going to be introduced to in our Merchant Center is our chatbot builder software. This is like build a chatbot and deploy it in under 5 minutes for a customer and constrain it to only be able to answer from the data you provide. Most common use is crawl this website, make me a chatbot, install it on the website. It's now customer support. It increases conversion. It speaks 80 languages now. It's very, very useful. But we also see uses for in-house training. So think of a sales training chatbot or management consulting chatbot, admin or human resources. There's all kinds of questions. Upload to the company's benefits program, upload their code of conduct. They don't have to, stop every time they have a question and interrupt an administrator. They can just start by going to this private behind a password page that you would provide. Chatbot. So we see them get used a lot. They're very topical at the moment. Our process is we charge a flat rate of $199 a month, and you can build and sell and deploy as many chatbots and charge whatever you want for them per month. And so you don't need a GPT account. You don't need any API. It's turnkey solution. Literally activate chatbot. You can customize it, colors, fonts, etc. You can add links into it, actions into it, and then feed it data and turn it live. In fact, in your free account, you'll be able to create chatbots, no charge chatbots for any of the customers that you want. Simply crawl their website, put it into the chatbot will crawl the website. So just give it the URL and it will create a chatbot for you in minutes. And you can actually share that chatbot with a customer or a prospect and start that sales conversation. So that's another conversation for another day. But again, bundling things really helps reduce churn, makes it easier to sell, and they don't want to learn new stuff, particularly not software. So you made it. That's the part where we dominate the conversation. Now let's move on to the question and answers. Go ahead. You can unmute yourself